Hi, this is Roger, thanks for dropping by. Have a quick look at this Juniper. We've already had one air layer failure that I did a video on a while back. I also videoed when I actually did the first air layer, which was my first one ever, but it failed. And I did a second one in between the two, and I do believe that has now failed as well because it's turned brown over the whole length. But before declaring it a total failure, I do want to actually remove the containment and see if we've actually got any roots in here. I don't believe there are any roots. It's had long enough, quite honestly. It should have rooted by now. Junipers are supposed to be quite fast. Whereas in my case I don't seem to get any luck at all. And you know, that's as it goes. I have one other air layer on the go at the moment, which is on my Trident maple, and it's the whole of the top of the tree. If that fails, I've lost the top of the tree. Literally, you know, that's a risk you take when you put an air layer on the main trunk. You can potentially lose the tree. But that tree is shot out a lot down below the air layer, so the tree itself wouldn't be lost. No, there's no roots whatsoever. Not a sign, nothing. And it's not like it's grown over. There's just no roots. So it's a failure. So that's the second failure on this Juniper, unfortunately. I was just wondering why this bag won't come off. I've missed a bit of wire. Duh. Yeah, I did two small pieces of wire, one at the bottom, one at the top, and then put a longer piece to wrap round to hold it all in place. So it should come off now. Yes. There we go. So, two failures. Reason unknown. These were nice clean cuts. The bark was removed and scraped to get back to the wood. I don't know if I did anything wrong, but it hasn't survived long enough to keep the branch growing. The branch is effectively dead. So we will take it off. I'm not going to take it right back to the trunk because I haven't decided what design I'm going to do for this tree yet. I'll just take it off there, just because I want it out of the way. It makes the tree look a mess. This is where the previous one was taken off, and if you're wondering about the rocks, they're to stop it blowing over in the wind because it's a flower pot and it's quite top heavy. Now there's some good branches on this tree. It's got nice shape inside there. There's a nice trunk there with large branches coming off. There's a lovely large branch here at the bottom which is coming out in a place that can be worked with. A lot of so I'm just taking these dead bits off into the tray, otherwise they'll go all over the floor. Too many of them, thank goodness. But yeah, there's a nice big branch round here coming off that goes right up to here. I'm sure we can do something with that. It's on an outside bend. There's a small branch here that could be probably removed in actual fact because it's so low down on the trunk. There's a few growths coming out of the trunk here as well. But with a bit of cleaning up and removing, making branch decision and getting the clutter out of the way, I think potentially this can be a nice tree. And I plan on taking some of the bark off and actually get that impression of dead wood. It's got some nice twists. The only thing I will have to work out where to start it from and what shape it takes, because you've got to go careful. You have to excuse that row there. It's a performance twin engine plane that's doing a display somewhere. It keeps coming and going from the airport. But yeah, try and take a piece to show some white wood up that trunk You've got to go careful not to remove effectively the live vein from any major branches. In other words, there must be a path from down in the pot to the base of all the large branches, otherwise they will just die because there won't be any path to keep the goodness going to them. So anyway, I want to start working on this tree. It's going to be a nice tree. It's got lots and lots of potential, and it's got some good branch structure. It's got quite a few branches that are going to come off, leaving what I hope will be good branch structure. But this is the secret of this tree, is tucked away in here. It's underneath these branches. The shape of the tree is in there. So we've got something to work with. Anyway, as far as the air layer is concerned, another miserable failure. That's 2 failures out of 3. I don't know whether the third one's working or not, but the leaves above the air layer have got autumn colours, but some are still bright green. Yeah, so I don't know whether that's working or not. All the leaves below the air layer are green. In fact, we'll have a look at that perhaps during the week as a separate video, so I'll stop talking about it now. Okay, so, you know, a lot of work to do on this tree. While I'm here, I'm just going to do this as a random thing. I'm not looking at any particular place. Do you know why I'm doing that? To stop it blowing over in the wind. That's the only reason it's blowing over the wind, is these really long branches. So I've just taken those back. It just makes it a more compact bush for the time being, until we style it properly. So there we go, quick video there. I'm going to mention it now. If you haven't already done so, get over to Jason's channel and have a look at his video on mental health issues and how bonsai can contribute to people's well-being. Although I totally agree with it in principle, quite honestly, in this world as we are today, I get a little bit fed up with people in a country like ours, where if you can't support yourself you get help, where family values are still there, and we seem to have an outbreak of mental health issues. When I was younger we called them worries. We said, oh, I've got a few worries at the moment, got a few things I'm struggling with, but I'll manage. Yeah, that's my view. But you know, if you want to put mental health issues at the forefront and stop talking about it from people who are still here with us, my son took his own life not that long ago. That's a mental health issue. Yeah? Not just a few worries. So let's get things in perspective. And I will see you next time on that sad note, but please go and have a watch of Jason's video. It's been very, very well put together. The thoughts are very, very well meaning, and people that think they have had mental health issues will enjoy watching it. People that have got mental health issues, the genuine article, not the trendy let's jump on the bandwagon that a lot of people seem to be doing, might get some benefit from it as well, because it's been so well done with contributions from other bonsai channels. So it's almost like a collaboration. It's good stuff. It's well worth watching. Well worth watching. And those of you that watch my bonsai channel, some of you have come over from my orchid channel. It's Sunday today, and on my orchid channel I always do my Sunday orchid chat, which is one of my more popular videos. It's just me waffling away like I'm doing now really, but I'm going to mention that video on there to try and get people to come across and just boost the views, you know, give the channel a bit of a kick, and who knows, they may get something out of it, because it as I said, it's been incredibly well done. you wouldn't get a better panorama version of it. So take a look, seriously, take a look. It is a serious subject. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for dropping by.